everyone. Welcome to Single and Married with Ezzy. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Ezzy Odimoko. I'm a mom, a pastor's wife, and I enjoy talking about relationships. I have authored 2 books, Relationship Smart, Love, Courtship, and Marriage for Every Woman, and Brighter Days, 100 Thoughts of Hope, Love, and Blessings. Today, we are continuing on the topic Improving Money Communication in Marriage, Part 2. First, I want to start off with this Bible passage in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. It says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain." It's unfortunate that a lot of couples fight about money, but if you work together, you can succeed and you can have financial growth and wellness and working together with each other instead of fighting. So I'm going to be showing you additional ways to improve your money communication in your marriage. The first point I'm going to share today is define functions. Okay, not just roles. Okay, I don't want to call it roles because I rather say functions because it's more about the skills. For example, who is better at tracking? Who is better at tracking to ensure that you're on track with your expenses, you're within your budget? Who is better at paying the bills, right? And it is best done in partnership. And so that is one thing. Define these functions for yourself and appreciate each other for doing a good job of that. All right. Let's not take each other for granted when it comes to these things, because you're different, remember, but you complement each other when you work together. One person may be better at paying the bills on time. Ensure to say, you know what, thank you for being on top of these bills. One may be better at tracking, what is due, what is coming out. But remember to say thank you for doing a good job of tracking all these expenses. Whatever that looks like for you, defining and letting your husband or your wife step in based on their ability and their skills is a good thing. It will help your family to advance financially. Okay. The second one I want to share today is share and celebrate wins, even when those wins are small wins. All right. You may not have gotten to your big goal, but you were able to pay your bills on time this month. Celebrate that win. You were able to pay out that car loan, for example. Celebrate that win, right? Share. Okay, you were able to spend less than you had already planned. Celebrate that win, right? You were able to get rid of one recurring bill expense that you no longer need, thereby saving your family money. Talk about that and celebrate that, right? When you learn to celebrate small wins, it will give you the encouragement you need to tackle even bigger wins, okay? The third thing I want to share today is grow in financial literacy, right? Life is all about growing, and you can improve your knowledge and grow in your understanding of financial matters. You may not be an expert, but you can know enough to help your family. And always pull your partner in, okay? If husband, you are the one into finances, don't just leave your wife out because she doesn't understand it. Pull her in, communicate, let her know what you're doing, so that when you pull her in, she can also learn and she can be a support to you. The same thing, if it's the other way around, a wife, you are the one that is more familiar with these things, communicate and share and pull your husband in so that you guys can grow together and advance. You can take courses, you can read good books. There are lots of courses, there are lots of materials out there to actually improve your knowledge about financial things, about things like savings, investing, and all of that. The next thing I'm going to share today is Communicate often, share often. I think it may sound easy, but this can be a little tricky as well, right? Communicate a lot, even if it's just minor things, let your spouse know, okay, I got that bill paid. Oh, this is still pending. We still need XYZ to meet up with this. Communicate, keep those open lines of communication. It will help to keep both of you on track, feel part of what is happening. The fifth point I'm going to share with you today is avoid lack. All right. Avoid lack. Certain things like lack. Talk about it. What needs to happen? Do we need to find something else to help compensate or add additional income? Or do we need to look for ways to cut back and reduce so that we can work within what we have? But lack can really weigh heavily on the home. But that being said, there will be seasons where there is need for patience, for understanding, and knowing that difficult seasons will come. But together, you people can weather it, and together you can come through. All right. Also, avoid covetousness. This is really, really important. Remember the passage I shared with you when we started today. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Just because the neighbors have it doesn't mean you have to have it now. Just because your friends bought that new car doesn't mean it is time for you to buy that new vehicle. Just because your friends moved into the new home doesn't mean it's time to move into that big home. All right? Don't covet, because that is not good. That is not good. You want to live within what you have right now, trusting God that He will increase you people, and He will bless you people even more. Also, in terms of what to avoid control. Also, avoid comparison. Don't try to control each other. Rather, try to work and collaborate together. You are different because each of you brings something into that marriage that should help your finances and not make it worse. So instead of seeking to control, seek ways to collaborate, seek ways to improve, seek ways to work together. The sixth point I want to share with you today is to be generous, okay? And trust God. And again, I will say this, the Bible does have a lot of teachings on how God wants us to relate with money, right? And having a study of that will really help you people grow in your understanding of God's view about money matters and how you can approach it as God's children. Learn to be generous with people around you, generous with the work of God, learning to give, because the rule, remember, give and it shall be given to you, right? So learn to be generous. And when you do that, blessings will come on your finances, in your home, in your marriage. Also learn to trust God. When it comes to money matters, it's not always 1+1. There is an element of faith and trusting God with the resources you have and the resources you will need. So when you guys learn to do that together as a couple, praying and, planning, you will have good success. And so I hope these few points have been a blessing for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, click on that bell button so they're notified when I come online. Reminder, I host a free marriage mentorship class. You are welcome to be part of it. We learn, we grow, and we develop our homes, families, lives, and our marriages. And you are welcome. And if you have been following me, you know that I recently launched Zitco, where we help you with your finances, whether it's mortgage, whether it's investments, or insurance. We want to help you have, 360, 100% of everything together, not just marriage, but your finances as well. So if you want to know more about what I'm doing right now, you can just go to zitcoinc.com and you will find information on what I'm doing right now. And you can reach out to me for help with your mortgage, with your investments, with your insurance and things like that. But I do look forward to connecting with you again. And so till next time, it is goodbye and God bless from Single and Married with Ezzy. Bye-bye.